Have you ever had one of those holiday decorations that just refuses to cooperate? The one with a mind of its own? Well, let me take you back to a chilly December in 1911, to a story about a family and their particularly stubborn Christmas star. Imagine a cozy living room lit by the warm glow of a fireplace. The air smells of pine needles and freshly baked gingerbread. A family, let's call them the Millers, has just finished decorating their magnificent Christmas tree. It's adorned with delicate glass baubles, strings of popcorn, and flickering candles carefully clipped to its branches. All that's left is the grand finale, placing the star on top. This wasn't just any star. It was a beautiful, shimmering creation of tin and colored glass, their pride and joy. The father, a man with a patient smile and steady hands, carefully climbed a wooden ladder. He reached the very top of the tree, the fragrant pine needles brushing against his coat, and gently placed the star on the highest branch. He stepped back, ready to admire his work, but something was off. The star was tilting, just a little but noticeably, to the left. He chuckled to himself, thinking it was just a matter of a quick adjustment. He climbed back up, nudged the star, and made sure it was perfectly centered. He even gave the branch a gentle shake to test it. It seemed secure. But as he descended the ladder, he glanced up, and there it was again, leaning to the left as if it had a will of its own. His wife, watching from her armchair with a half-knitted sock in her lap, raised an eyebrow. "Is it crooked again, dear?" He sighed, a little less patiently this time. It appears so. The children, who had been playing quietly on the rug, stopped to watch the unfolding drama. This was getting interesting. So back up the ladder he went. This time he was more determined. He tried bending the branch a little. He tried wedging a small piece of cork into the base of the star. He even tried tying it with a piece of discreet green thread. Each time he stepped back, he held his breath, hoping for perfection. And each time, after a few moments, the star would slowly, defiantly, settle back into its signature tilt. It was as if it was peering down at the room from a curious angle, observing the family's mounting frustration with a silent, metallic amusement. After the fourth or fifth attempt, the father threw his hands up in mock surrender. The whole family was laughing now. The perfection he had envisioned was clearly not going to happen. The star was a rebel. It had chosen its position, and it wasn't budging. His eldest daughter, a girl with bright, curious eyes, piped up. "Maybe it likes looking that way. Maybe it's looking at the fireplace." The father looked from his daughter to the star and then to the crackling fire. He smiled. "You know what? I think you might be right." From that day on, it was no longer just the star. It became the leaning star. They didn't try to fix it again. That year, and for every Christmas that followed, they'd place it on top of the tree, and without fail, it would immediately find its familiar, quirky angle. It became a running joke, a beloved family quirk. As the years went by, the children grew up and had families of their own. The old house saw new generations gather around the Christmas tree. The glass baubles were eventually replaced, the popcorn strings were retired, but the leaning star remained. It was a constant, a symbol of their shared history. When the grandchildren would visit, they'd look up at the tree and ask, "Grandpa, why is the star crooked?" And he would launch into the story of that one winter night in 1911, of his own father on a wobbly ladder, battling a decoration with a personality as strong as any member of the family. The story would get a little more embellished with each telling, the star's defiance growing more legendary over time. It wasn't just a story about a decoration anymore. It was a story about them. This simple, tilted star became one of the most retold tales in their family history. It was a beautiful, tangible link to the past. It represented all those Christmases, all the laughter and all the love that had filled that home. The star's imperfection was what made it perfect. It was a testament to the idea that sometimes the most cherished memories aren't born from flawless moments, but from the little, unexpected quirks that make life interesting. It reminds us that our family stories are woven from these small, funny details. The burnt turkey one Thanksgiving, the year the dog ate the gingerbread house, or the Christmas star that just wouldn't sit straight. These aren't mishaps. They're the building blocks of nostalgia. They're the moments that get polished and perfected in our minds, growing warmer and more meaningful with each passing year. It goes to show you that even a simple holiday decoration can hold so much meaning. It's not about the object itself, but about the stories we attach to it. The Leaning Star wasn't just a piece of tin and glass. It was a keeper of memories, a silent observer of a family's journey through time. Its stubborn angle was a reminder that it's okay to be a little different, a little imperfect. In fact, sometimes that's where the real magic lies. So this holiday season, as you're pulling out your own boxes of decorations, take a closer look. Maybe there's a chipped ornament, a string of lights where one bulb always flickers, or a figure that's a little bit worn. Don't see them as flawed. See them as storytellers. Each imperfection is a chapter in your own family's history, a memory waiting to be shared. Because in the end, it's not about having the perfect tree or the perfect holiday. It's about the perfectly imperfect moments that we share with the ones we love. What are some of your family's Leaning Star stories? I'd love to read about them in the comments below. What's that one quirky tradition or decoration that makes your holidays unique? Sharing these stories is what keeps the memories alive. Thanks so much for watching and for letting me share this little piece of history with you. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel for more stories that find the magic in the everyday. We'll see you in the next one.